Thomas, Trey Holloman is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. I mean, Cassius Winston, sorry. Anyways, um, yeah, no, what a shot, man. What a shot. We're back. It's been a
MSU
while.
basketball is back officially.
MSU basketball is back. Knowing ball is back. It's been a while since we recorded last, but we're back on top of things. Figured I'd kick it off with something that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. Honestly, if you saw my Twitter last night at all, if anyone follows, I said that I was liking every Michigan State slash Trey Holloman tweet that I saw, and that was not an understatement. I think every tweet that came across my page that was the shot or about the game last night, I liked, and even had threw in a couple retweets as well. Um, yeah, I'm fired up, man. This team is special. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's like the first time since Cassius was there that like you look at this team and you're like, oh, they have something here, right? Uh, it's not even like they have like the most talented roster in the world. Like Izzo has had more to work with before, but like
Oh,
just the
definitely.
way that these guys are playing, right?
Yeah.
It's just like they're playing that gritty MSU basketball that you expect,
They are
right?
playing Michigan State basketball, and that's like the most refreshing part about this team. And like you said, he really. It's not like they have a ton of talent, right? They don't really have a go-to guy. I mean, Jace Richardson has kind of started to fill those shoes a little bit, I feel like. Trey Holloman also a little bit has started to. He kind of had an off game last night aside from the buzzer beater. But yeah, like they don't really have that go-to star guy, but like they're just so deep, right? Like there's not that one standout, top guy, top NBA guy that's going to go in the draft this year, but like they're so deep and they're so like above average that they just are a wrecking crew.
Mhm. Yeah, I just watching their games, you can see like those opening defensive, possessions. It's like, oh, they're like not gonna let you get into a rhythm quick. Like
Yeah.
they're closing you out the first 5 minutes of the game, you're not gonna score a point.
Yep.
And like that coupled with the fact that, they're not the greatest shooting team still, but they make it work where they can on offense. Jace Richardson has been emerging like obviously like you said he's not a go-to guy at this point, but he has emerged as kind of that the beginnings of like he's going to be that guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on how long he's there for. Like he has like that potential and just seeing how athletic so many of these guys are, how you know how they play together, they're locked in from both ends of the court. And so it's just such a refreshing thing to see after,
Million
you
percent.
know,
1 million
it
percent.
just seemed like a lot of the issues of the last couple years was like it just didn't seem like the team was on the same page, right?
100%. Yeah.
Like they had good rosters the past, like they weren't like world beaters or anything. Like they definitely had lacks of, key talent, but like they weren't bad.
Right.
But it was just like you could look at them and you're like, this is not that kind of team, right?
I think a little bit of it was, a couple players that may or may not have transferred out at the beginning of the year or end of the year last year.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
See ya, good riddance. See ya, good riddance. What'd you say?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You
Like
got a problem
maybe
with AJ
someone,
Hogard?
it's not what I said. I didn't name any names. I'm just saying, a couple people left. And
Vanderbilt's finest. He's
I
at
think
Vanderbilt,
that
right?
team chemistry maybe shot up a little better, team morale maybe boosted a little more. But a big thing I want to give Izzo credit for is it felt like watching them the past couple years, he could never figure out the proper rotations of who to have on the floor at the same time. And I still think that, we see that sometimes, and that's hard in college basketball in general, just because there's such a difference in talent a lot of the
Mhm.
times. But again, just speaking to the depth that we have, it's a lot easier to put a combination of guys out there when we're so deep and there's really not a huge discrepancy, position to position or player to player, for that fact either. So it's a combination of being deep and Izzo understanding this team and saying, I can kind of throw whoever I want out there at the same time, and someone's going to do something or they're going to collectively be good as a unit. So, and you talked about it already too. The defense has been off the charts this year. Like that's really our tried and true thing. So, this team isn't good offensively, honestly. 99% of the time, I'm ripping my hair out watching them play offense.
Yeah, they. their offense is not amazing. They try. They try though. It is I do think that finally having like I feel like the center position has been such an issue for them.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've finally kind of found a guy who can just sit in there, get the rebounds, like I feel like
Hmm.
the issues with like gosh.
Who?
What was God, his name is not pronounceable to my brain. Their guy last year. I'm not going to pretend.
Madi Sissoko?
Yes, thank you. The issues with Mike Sissoko.
That was a. Anyways.
Sorry, guys. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah, like not that he was a bad player, but like he definitely got out physical a lot. You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't
No, 100%.
like I don't think he was built to be a starter. Especially a big like for that team. The
Yeah,
thing you could say the same thing about like Hogard and stuff like they're not Izzo caliber players. Like I feel like it takes a very specific kind of player to be able to thrive under Izzo and like the style of coaching he does, the style of play he wants.
I agree.
And I just I don't I wonder partially if it's like that's just not the style of player that they weren't the style of player that meshes
Right.
with Izzo's style. And so like I think that's another reason why like looking at this team now compared to all the other ones, it's
Hmm.
like you said, like this is Michigan State basketball. I'll take it a step like this is Tom Izzo Michigan State basketball, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
this is what you expect when you see a Tom Izzo coach team. And so yeah, I just think that so much of it is like it's just the right guys, even if they're not the
Yeah.
most talented guys, it's the right guys for the system.
Right. The thing with MSU basketball, like you said, like a couple of those players just didn't seem like they fit the Izzo mold, and it's just like really for MSU to have successful teams, they have these players have to buy into Izzo.
Hmm.
He's been around forever, and he obviously knows what he's doing, but like he's a different type of coach. He's not. He's obviously, he's been slandered multiple times for his coaching ways or his techniques because he's more of an old school coach, and he will get on your ass if you fuck off or if you're bad or if you make a mistake, which there's nothing wrong with that. But as generations have gotten softer and softer, there's been
Hmm.
it's just become a little taboo these days. But if Izzo has his players buy in on him, then the sky is the limit for a majority of the MSU teams. If he gets hit guys that he just are just Tom Izzo guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you say they're Tom Izzo guys, but you're like, what does that mean? It's like I don't know. Like you
It's
just
like
have
there's
to
a
watch.
mental toughness and like a way you're
Right,
wired that is
right. Like
you don't get shut down by like kind of the more
criticism.
aggressive forms of coaching, right? I feel
Right.
like there's a lot of guys that kind of like they get yelled at by their coach, especially now. I feel like there's a lot of guys when they
Yeah.
get yelled at, they're like, "Well, fuck you," right?
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit, and like
Right.
to what like they don't want to do anything to do with it. So I think like
Mhm.
that's kind of like the Izzo guys are the ones that like when they get coached that way, they're like, yeah, like okay,
Yeah.
like let's go.
Right.
I think.
Right. Accepting of it. Yeah. It's different, but it's nice. It's good. It's good to see this MSU team is cooking. Fingers crossed they win the Big Ten regular season. I don't really care if they win the Big Ten tournament.
I don't think anyone does. The Big Ten tournament means nothing, to be honest.
It literally means nothing for except unless you're like obviously a fringe team that, like you could get a couple big wins and get in the tournament through that. But like where MSU's at right now, if they were to win the regular season, then the Big Ten tournament's kind of just like out the window. It doesn't essentially matter, I would say.
Yeah, like, it's
Um,
just a way to get more basketball, man. Like
right,
that's
right. But yeah, man, I don't know. They're fringe one seed apparently. They're definitely a two seed at this point, from what I've heard from all the bracketology talks. So that's pretty cool. It's insane. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that this team was number one, first in the Big Ten,
mm,
number two, fringe one seed going into March, like we're what 1 or 2 days out of March now at this point. That I would have told you you're absolutely insane, and I would have yeah,
yeah.
like you'd belong in a mental
Oh
hospital
yeah,
because there's no way at all.
that was not the expectation.
But game after game, I've continued to buy in on this team, and they might be the ones to bring Izzo his second. We'll
It's
see. I don't know.
good.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of good teams out there. Duke is scary. Auburn's scary. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited about this team though.
Yeah. There's a lot to be excited about. And, it's just an extension of all the success that like Michigan sports have had
Yeah,
recently. Um,
yeah,
like I think
definitely.
we talked a little bit about like off the pod about like the Pistons and how exciting
Mhm.
it is to finally first time having an game win streak since Antonio McDyess was starting for
McDyess, dude,
them.
that's what a name.
It's just it's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Just
no,
seeing.
dude. Seeing the Stones be good is very
And
refreshing.
again, they're playing like traditional Pistons basketball, right? Like
Yep.
there's not anything super flashy about it. There's like, they're not, obviously they're not as great defensively as those other teams were,
Yeah.
but like there's that grit to
It's
them.
gritty and it's ethical hoops.
Yeah, it's like Cade can't get a foul call for his life, so it has to
Seriously.
be ethical hoops.
Right. Right. No, 100%. It's yeah, I mean the Pistons are doing well. They beat the Celtics by 20 last night, which is
Mhm.
insane. I honestly, I will admit I haven't paid a ton of attention to them this year just because I'm still trying to get back into that. Obviously, winning helps, so I'm gonna probably keep a closer eye on them. I think you could probably speak more to them. I would say you're a bigger Pistons fan than I am. Um, I
Yeah.
also don't know a
Uh,
ton about the Wings, but they're in a playoff spot, so it's good to see the Wings are good or back to being good. I know they barely missed the cut last year, so exciting times in Detroit, man. And I hate to give props to these people to this team, but I will do it. Michigan basketball is also in a good spot too, which I think is good for college basketball and good for the state of Michigan in general, just because while it is fun beating them by 30 points, every once in a while it's nice to have actual close games,
true.
in competitive games against them too. So it's been good to see, man, honestly. I don't know if you have anything else to add about the Pistons or anything like that, but feel free if you want.
Yeah, man, the Pistons is just they're so like when you look at it, it's like they did it in a way that makes no sense, right? They tanked, like besides getting Cade, they fell as far as they could in the lottery the next few years. Like they fell to the fifth pick every single time. They
Yep.
missed out on the Wembanyamas, the Paolo Bancheros. And
Yep.
so it's just like to and look, I think that we need to recognize that Troy Weaver, for all of his other issues, did bring together most of these guys, right? He
Yep.
brought the Durans, he brought in Cade Cunningham, he brought in Ivy.
Yep.
But the way that Trajan Langdon has kind of put the vets around this
Yeah.
team, I think is what's really making, as well as having JD Bickerstaff be the coach, right? But
Yep.
like that combination of those two things really is what has positioned this team the way it has been. Like before, under Weaver was like, okay, like they got like some veteran who would probably be like the third point guard on another team, and then
Some
they
fucking
brought
bum,
in.
dude. Just say
uh,
it. A fucking bum, honestly.
yeah,
Like just bum ass
they brought
veterans.
in James Wiseman showed absolutely nothing in Golden State. Let's trade one of our actual promising players for him. Obviously, Sadiq Bey like was still, not in great doing amazing, and he's, hasn't really played this year. Been
Right.
injured, but like, like it's like you're trading a guy who's shown you something for a guy who hasn't shown anything. And that's like
Yeah.
the kind of shit that Weaver would do. And so
Maybe
now
he
that
just
you've
needs a
got,
change of scenery. Like, like maybe he just
yeah,
needs a fresh start. It's like, no, he stinks, dude.
yeah, it's like none of those projects to like rebuild a guy's career worked for the Pistons,
I
really.
mean, we got James Wiseman and we got Marvin Bagley, and neither of them were good. They both stunk.
Like it was just bad. And so with Langdon, it's like, yeah, like let's go get some vets that can actually play. Malik Beasley has been a world beater from
Dude,
three. He
I
broke
was
the
gonna
Pistons
say
single season record before the All-Star break.
he is probably he's might be the best value signing of all of offseason last
Mhm.
from the last offseason. Like
Yeah.
he has been phenomenal.
And by everything that he said, he wants to stay here. I don't know if his contract, he might have a player option or something. I don't know if it was a 1 year or if it's a player option or what it is for him, but you're looking this up, so I'll fill time.
Yeah.
Yes, like yeah, like I said, like he literally broke the single season 3-point record before the All-Star break. He is, teams aren't even like giving him the chance to shoot half the time, and
Right.
he's still knocking it down. Him
Yeah.
combined with you got the contract?
Yeah, it's just a 1 year, $6 million
Yeah, okay.
and then he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, so he's probably getting paid like 20 or something.
He's probably getting paid an obnoxious amount of money. It's just because it's the NBA we're talking about.
Yeah. He'll get paid an obnoxious amount of money.
Not that he doesn't deserve it after the season he's putting on this year, but he'll get paid an obnoxious amount of money where he'd be like, really? But
It's
then
just
you're
one of
like,
those things
nah,
with the NBA. It's like guys who probably shouldn't get paid that much get paid a lot because
right.
not because like obviously like get your bag king, but
Of course.
like because of the way that the NBA is structured, like their salary cap floor and all these other things, it's like okay, so like we have to get hand out a bigger contract
Oh yeah,
within like
100%.
the rules or whatever.
Yeah, because if not, you're gonna get like Charlotte offers them like $40 million
Yeah.
and like because they stink and they're like, oh, we need a guy and this is gonna change the world and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that this group of Pistons is just like, yeah, like this is Pistons basketball, right? Like I just think it's so funny that when I think Jared Goff said this too, and a couple other people have mentioned it, it's like it's almost like the Detroit sports teams, they're always good when they're playing with a similar identity, right?
It's
Like,
yeah, it's weird because it's really true, honestly.
yeah,
Like,
the
I
best
mean,
Pistons
just
teams have always been
historically, at least, right? Like,
those tough
there,
guys, right? Yeah.
right, there hasn't been a change in the mold yet, but like historically speaking, that's just kind of the way it's been in Detroit, which is odd, but like it just is just that's just the way it is.
And like even with like the college sports, right? Like the best MSU football teams have been like the D'Antonio era was like
Gritty, yeah,
defensive,
just mean,
like no fly
yeah,
zone, like and then
like the best defense in the
yeah.
nation.
And
Like,
then
yeah,
even, Michigan their championship a couple of years ago,
asterisk,
like
asterisk, asterisk,
they were a defensive minded team,
and
right?
they ran the ball down your throat.
They ran
Like,
the ball down your throat and they said
yeah,
we're gonna force turnovers and get sacks on you. We're
yep.
not gonna get you good field position. So yeah, it's like and obviously
That's
in
just
college
Michigan,
football,
man.
it's just kind of
The
how it
Motor
always is.
City.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah.
We're tough as hell around here, man. I mean, not me personally, but
Oh, you're kind of tough.
others.
No, you're tough enough.
Thanks, Thomas.
I appreciate you.
That means the world to me.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see Detroit sports just generally doing well. The Tigers, what the fuck are the Tigers doing, right? But
Yeah, we should have signed Bregman. We got boned, but you know what? We got a young roster with the Tigers, and they're like, it's not like it used to be like, oh yeah, it's a young roster and we stink and we're rebuilding. Now it's like, all right, we're like kind of rebuilding still, but like we got a young roster that's like actually decent that doesn't just stink like ass. Like, and we have a couple pieces too now, like Scooble's a demon and like, we got a couple other Riley Green's a demon. There's some other guys that could take the next step next
yeah,
year, hopefully. So like they're kind of a toss up, but
yeah.
you
I
know,
think that for how bare bones the farm system was throughout the 2010s, like the fact that they're like here now is
yeah,
kind of cool.
they have a good ass farm system now, low key.
Yeah,
It's
like
like decent.
before they like when they were like, oh, we got to trade Verlander. When they got to that point, it was like you have no one on this roster.
I mean,
Like,
our
honestly,
farm system was chalked because like all we
yeah,
had, we were like
they were trading
perennial
everyone for stars. Yeah,
contenders. We
yeah.
were we were contenders for the longest time. Like they're like, all right, the Tigers could do it this year, and we never did, unfortunately, because
Mhm.
whatever. But
And then like
yeah,
that
like
kind of
our farm
extended
system
when
was just,
when that window closed, they continued to trade guys off, and it was
and
like,
then yeah, just bad general management, like
yeah,
just terrible. Not even bad, like just abysmal, just horrible. Like we said we were rebuilding for like 12 years. It felt
never
like
were. We're rebuilding, trade for Justin Upton kind of shit. Yeah,
dude, just none of it made sense. But we're on the uprise. We
yeah,
got a good manager now, and yeah, Tigers, man, should be decent this year. Hopefully make the playoffs again, make a little run.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's nice to see. And we are technically a football podcast, although There's not a lot
Not
of
much to talk about. We kind of took a hiatus on football after when's the last time we talked about football? Did we talk about the Lions Washington game?
We were no, I don't think we no, yes, we did. It was Lions Washington because we were
Yeah,
previewing the NFC Champion and AFC Championship games.
yeah,
Yeah, that was our
yeah.
special guest episode that we just stopped recording afterwards.
We get we get like more traction than we've ever had, and we're like, all right, let's not record a podcast for a
Let's just
month.
stop. Let's
So
just
we won't retain even if we got a new viewer, we wouldn't retain them because they'd be like these guys don't post. Like
let me fucking see what happened after that. Let me see how well that video did real quick.
I mean, I don't think it did that well. But I mean, it did the best we've ever done by like a mile.
It is our best performing video by far.
Yeah, like not even close, honestly.
It also gained us like 8 subscribers, I think. So
But yeah, man, I mean, the Super Bowl was lame as hell.
it was nice to see Patrick Mahomes get his ass kicked.
I mean, yeah, but he's trash in the Super Bowl anyways. I don't know if you saw the stats.
Oh yeah, it was not good.
Could not be my goat, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to stick on it too much because it is so far removed.
Yeah, I'll just say Brady owns Mahomes, and that Mahomes is a bum, and
I'll
Brady
let you get your shit off. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brady owns him. Mahomes will never, ever, 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 ever come close to Tom Brady ever in his whole entire life ever. You can't even mention the two in the same sense in regards to the GOAT conversation ever again. I don't care if Mahomes won 10 more Super Bowls. No, it's not true. Okay, but it's not going to happen. He'll never have more Super Bowls. He'll never be a better playoff quarterback. He'll never be a better Super Bowl quarterback. He'll never be a better quarterback in general. Tom Brady will remain number one. And that's all I'm going to say.
Good for you. Good for getting that off your chest. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah, I
I'm
hate.
not.
I
I'm
don't.
not. I'm not gonna say I think Mahomes is already the GOAT. I think that people have prematurely said that. I think that like he needs to get to like the age of 36 before we can start talking about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, he needs to get like old before you
yeah,
can even have that like you're like he's the GOAT and he's got like 10 years of playing left. It's like, dude, he
in terms of like
let's
raw ability, no, because I mean, even with raw ability, I'm taking Allen because he's faster. Never
yeah,
mind.
and also people would tell you that Aaron Rodgers is the best when it comes to that too.
Yeah, I think Rodgers specifically when it comes to like knowing what to do when things broke down.
Yeah.
Not just like where to go with the ball, but like how to navigate everything
Or
was
like
so
or like most bailed out bullshit ever happening to you when winning multiple games. Like Aaron Rodgers is a fucking go of
that's
that. Let me
fair.
tell you
That's
what.
fair.
Like
True, true, true.
getting like
Free
just
agent quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
getting just completely bailed the F out and it's okay. Anyway, sorry, tangent.
Yeah, well, hey, look, didn't work out in New York. Aaron Glenn's a New York Jets head coach now. He said, get Rodgers off my team.
Yeah.
He said, get that bum off my team.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good for the Jets. And
Honestly.
the Steelers said, "Hey, we can't decide who to re-sign. The 25-year-old who showed really good promise, or the 37-year-old who kind of sucked at the end of the year. It's
Yeah.
really hard to make this decision, guys. Uh, gosh, I made myself sad.
Hey man, Daniel Jones.
Shut the.
Just
If
saying.
Daniel Jones, I will not watch a football game next
Don't
year
lie to
if Daniel
yourself. Don't
Jones is
lie
the
to
starting
yourself. You're
quarterback of the
saying
team.
that now. Don't lie to yourself. You know you would watch every game next year, no matter if Daniel Jones was your quarterback or some homeless dude off the street was your
I'd
quarterback.
rather it be a homeless dude off the street. At least there's a good story there.
That's
Daniel
funny.
Jones shows up and gets sacked and he fumbles again. Oh my gosh, who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. I don't know. They got to
Hey,
do
we might win
something.
the Super Bowl if a homeless guy's our quarterback, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not great on the
We kind of
Steelers
just
situation right
we just
now.
went all over the place there.
Yeah, we kind of went. I mean, like quarterback situations are weird this offseason. I feel like Like what are the Vikings gonna do with Darnold?
I think they should have traded JJ at the middle of the year last year, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they might just let Darnold go.
I I mean, yeah, I don't see why they're probably going to.
With the way that season ended, like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh well, JJ's the guy. Bye Darnold. And then he ends up on the Jets.
Yeah, that'd be kind of insane.
And then
It'd be kind of funny though if like
he can
if
complete the D'Angelo Russell arc and then go from the Jets to the 49ers and from the 49ers to the Vikings again.
yeah, facts. What was I gonna say? I I don't know about JJ, man. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna be a hater again. I'm gonna be the concerned guy about him. I mean, I hope he's ass, honestly, so that we don't have to worry about the Vikings anymore like we did last year. The Lions. I'm just when I say we, I mean the Lions, which I don't know why I'm talking like that, but yeah. I hope he's complete dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. I hope
Yeah.
he is the worst quarterback to ever touch a football field ever.
And if you're a Michigan fan at home, you should also hope that he's complete dog water because he's in your division now.
Yep. Yep. I don't want to hear none of that more JJ bullshit. We used to call him. We used when he played at Michigan. We used to call him JJ McFive-star every time he did a bad play. It was funny. My friends would get really mad.
That's fair. Yeah, that's funny. Dude, yeah, I mean with McCarthy it's just like obviously we have
Hey,
to see him
time out
play.
actually. Time out before I say anything. I gotta say this really quick. Great human being.
JJ
Continue.
McCarthy.
Yeah, great human being. Like just super great guy. Like always help. I watched a video of him like the other day, like buying like tents and heaters and hand warmers for all the homeless people in Minnesota and shit. I'm like, great
Great
guy.
guy, fuck you, I hope he sucks.
Yeah.
That's your
Yep.
point.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We have to watch him play, obviously. I think it would be kind of stupid for the Vikings to not just like as well as Darnold played last year. Like, I think that down the stretch he kind of showed like, okay, yeah, like
Yeah.
he's not gonna like Darnold's never going to be like top seven,
Flashes of
right?
old Sam Darnold.
Like, I think that he's shown he can be in that like 12 to 20 range of
Yeah.
quarterbacks in the league. But like when you drafted McCarthy, you drafted him with like this guy has the skill set to be like in that like 3 to 7,
Upper echelon. Yeah.
right? So like I think it would be kind of malpractice to just run it back with Darnold.
Abandon that. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because like there's going to be a team that's going to pay him.
100%.
Like,
And the thing too is like JJ will technically be a rookie still, but he has a year under his belt. It's like the whole, when Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year, which he shouldn't have, by the way. Donovan Mitchell deserved that award, and I will die on that hill for the rest of my life because
should have.
let me say this. Let me say this. If you have a whole fucking year with a team, I don't care if you don't play one single second, but if you have a whole year with a team to gain chemistry, to learn the
Mhm.
ways of the team, to understand the plays, the playbook, whatever the case might be, to get to know the coach, like you have a advantage at the
You're
end of
not
the day.
really a rookie at that
No.
point,
I
right?
mean, you haven't played a second, so in technical terms, you are a rookie like playing, but no, you are not a rookie. Like you've been with the team for a year. Like
Hmm.
you have a 100% playing advantage when you touch the floor.
Yeah, because that's like
Anyways,
that would be like saying like yeah, like I don't think anyone would really consider McCarthy to be a rookie next year.
right.
I
But
feel
with
like the
that being
NBA is
said,
so weird with it, with how they define a rookie with like compared to like the NFL where it's like Brady wasn't really considered a rookie when he took over in his second year.
right.
Like I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird how the
Well,
NBA does
but with that being said, though, like Darnold kind of rolled out the red carpet of like what to do, what not to do, and he got a whole year of being with the team, learning the
it. Mhm.
playbook, understanding the offense, getting to know the offensive coordinator, getting to know the head coach. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But yeah.
he'll obviously have ups and downs. That's what happens. Like he has to have that real game time, real to make mistakes. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's not the worst situation ever, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't know. I also think like this quarterback class, man, like Cam Ward is going 1 or 2. Is he going to be a Brown?
That's Shadur.
Do you believe in Shedeur Sanders?
I'm just doing the shadur, flexing my watch.
There's no way he's going to be good at quarterback. There's absolutely no way. I'm
I
sorry. There's
mean,
no
dude,
way.
like, I don't think he's like, okay, I don't think he's like a first round quarterback, but like, I could think he could be decent.
Okay, I'll tell. I'll walk. He can be an okay quarterback. I don't think that he needs to like.
Yes.
This is what's gonna happen on draft day. Ready? The Titans do some weird horse shit where they like draft Abdul Carter. Well, like that's not horse shit, but
Who
like
has the number one pick?
Titans.
Titans do. They should take Travis Hunter.
You think they go Travis Hunter, or do you think they go Abdul Carter? Well, with the Abdul Carter shit that just came out, maybe not. Him and his injury.
I think they should do Travis Hunter, man. Like, I think he should be the number one pick at the end of the day. Like,
Do you think that
if you
they,
can bring talent to
but like, does he? There's no way he can play both positions. Like,
from what I understand, that people are saying his best like route is to play it as a corner and then just have like the offense just have like a package for him.
oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, but like we said, didn't they do the same like thing with like Jabril Peppers and stuff, where it's like, oh, like he's
Yeah,
gonna
but
play
like
safety, but you can throw him at running back.
he like that was really only in Michigan. Like they never really like he was like a punt returner in the NFL.
I feel like they tried
He
to say that about him though when he was.
he mostly played safety. Like he was a lot of plug and play and at Michigan they just fucking because he was fast, they just put him everywhere,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
So like he and it never really the offense never really translated to the NFL and I think if we're being realistic, Travis Hunter is a much better prospect in general just because like
No,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
he was their wide receiver one, right? And he was their
And
CB
their
one.
CB1
So
and a
like,
Heisman winner.
you know, I
That's
mean,
fair. That's
JJ's not
fair.
that route, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Travis Hunter won. Browns go Cam Ward.
Okay, but also like I'm thinking like the Titans, like, are they gonna be dumb enough to be like, hey, like we don't like Levis stinks, like we need a quarterback. Are
But
they gonna
like,
be that are they gonna be that dumb?
but here's the thing. I think that you might be like, okay, Levis stinks, but what if we stunk for another year when there's a better quarterback class?
Arch Manning.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
stink for Arch, basically, which is
Yeah.
what the Steelers should be doing, but stink for Arch.
Dude. I don't even know if Arch I'm trying to think of other like quarterback prospects that are gonna be good next year, but I can't. You know?
Um,
Can you think of any?
Aiden Childs.
No.
Um, Gosh, I can't. What
Okay,
about
doesn't
the
matter. Doesn't matter. Tank for Arch. Yeah, anyways.
basically tank for Arch? That's like the idea, right?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, because like you have Travis, he can do a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? Like and Abdul Carter's like dead or hurt or his foot's broken or something, like one of those three. So
I just think that the Browns, I think that the Titans of the teams in the top three are the least under pressure to have a good quarterback next year.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Like, obviously, like for as far as like the head coach goes for the Titans, yeah, maybe he gets fired after next year if they don't have a good
Yeah.
quarterback.
The
But
Titans are definitely the kind of team to run it back
yeah,
with Will Levis.
like I think that they run it back just for the sake of like if Will Levis is as bad this year as he was last year, like we'll be in position to get Arch kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then
Facts.
just
Yeah.
I think the
Like, all
Browns,
right, Will, go ball out, baby. Go get him. He just
yeah,
fucking
basically
trash. He's just ass. And
liquid.
I mean, and plus, like he supplied us with a lot of good memes at the beginning
Mhm.
and
Like we
throughout the
need
year too.
the
So
NFL is a better product when Will Levis is in the picture.
I
That's for
mean, it might be like the hardest games ever to watch, but like you're like, there's always a moment though. You're like,
there's
man,
at
that guy
least
Will
one moment per
Levis,
game. There's at least
that's going viral.
it's so funny. Yeah. And then okay, Browns, Cam Ward. I think that the Browns take a quarterback no matter what,
I
whether Cam
think
Ward goes
Cam
where.
Ward looks good in a Browns uniform too. I think like it
You?
just makes sense because like Miami to Browns, like I don't know. I just feel like those colors.
There's an orange.
Yeah, it's the orange is like speaking to me. Like
Okay.
he was rocking Miami colors, so like the orange will look decent on him at least.
That sucks though, because I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Cam Ward. I hope you lose and suck at football. And like I like Cam Ward, so I don't want to have to think that.
Yeah, or you can just grow up and not hate them. Like you can like players and they can be in your division. Like I like
No,
Justin Jefferson, but every time we play him, I want him to have the worst game ever.
that's fair.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Talk me into being a mature adult, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
There we go.
and then the Giants are gonna like shoot themselves in the foot and draft Shedeur Sanders,
The
basically.
Giants will take Shadur 100% if he's
There's no
good.
way they don't. Which would be, or
Where did the Raiders pick?
they go get Darnold.
Where did the Raiders pick?
I think they're like no, the Jets are seven. The Raiders are mm, uh
Fifth, fourth, fifth.
the Raiders are sixth.
Okay,
So they're
damn.
they're not getting a quarterback.
Where? Hold on. Hold on. Let me look up the draft order because who's fifth then?
It should be the
Patriots?
or are the Patriots?
Okay, hold
Gosh,
on. I got it right here. I got it right here. I got
we're
it right
very
here. I got it
prepared
right
for this,
here.
aren't we?
Giants, Patriots, Jaguars, Raiders. Dude, the Raiders could 100% get a quarterback out of this.
How?
Listen to this. Titans, Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Browns, Cam Ward. Giants, sign Sam Darnold, take Abdul Carter at 3 because that would be an insane combo with their already cracked defensive line. Think about that.
Okay.
Patriots don't need a QB. They go whoever. I don't even know who's left at that point. Who's good? Who cares? Jaguars don't need a quarterback 100%. Taking some idiot. Raiders, boom, quarterback, Shadur, bang, just like that.
I don't like that. I don't like actually no, that seems like something that they would do. Um I'm just not that high on Shador, man. Like I
No,
think
but think about Shadur in a Raiders uniform though. That would be pretty sick.
yeah, I feel like of all the teams in the NFL, Shador seems like a Raider.
The aesthetic would look good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They also remember when they were talking about signing Dion to be their coach, or they
Yeah.
would talk about it. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
that
I
was
don't
a
know.
wild period where Dion was going to be the Cowboys head coach, who's going to be the Raiders head coach. It's like, oh,
I don't think Deion Sanders translates to
no,
the NFL, honestly. So
no. The college football allows the coach to kind of be the face of the team. The NFL does not let that happen,
yep,
really.
no.
And so,
Uh-uh.
like, yeah, like Dion very much revels in the fact that he is the face of Colorado, even though
100%.
they
No,
suck.
he lives for it. He lives for it. He
Yeah.
loves putting out those clips on his social medias.
And I hope
I
they
mean, the dude
suck and lose.
ever since he's become a coach, he's had cameras following him around this whole time. Like
Yeah.
he had a documentary at Jacksonville State, and he has all these clips from. It's like, dude, all right, we get it. You're a diva. You like the camera. Cool.
And it's so like it's still so funny that he's like he goes to Jacksonville State and he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna like build these programs up, like show all this stuff about HBCUs, and then he's like,
Yep.
first opportunity he gets, he's like,
Like, peace out. I'm
bye.
taking everything I built. I'm taking all my good players. They're coming with me to Colorado, and I'm leaving you guys with all the dog shit I don't care about.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um
So yeah,
yeah, I mean
I don't know.
like there's not a whole lot of
Combine's coming up. No
combine is
one's
coming
no
up.
one is participating. Abdul Carter's hurt or
Isn't
dead. I don't
Shador
know.
not throwing?
I
Yeah.
kind of like saying that he's dead. Like obviously it might be messed up. I'm saying he's dead. Like obviously he's not dead, but like when people get injured, it's kind of fun to say they're dead. I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah, Abdul Carter's like dead or hurt or like he broke his foot or something like that. Travis Hunter's not participating.
Shador's not throwing, I don't think.
It's like grow up, dude. Seriously. Like come on. Uh
Especially okay.
hold on, time out. I'm thinking about this now. I remember a couple years ago when David Ajabo, Michigan linebacker, was participating and he
Did
just
he
like
tear his ACL?
snapped his AC. Yeah, he tore his ACL in like half. And then like no one even cared. Like I just saw clips of like he tore his ACL. He's like crying on the floor, and like everyone's just like, "All right, next guy up."
Wasn't he still like, oh, he was a second round pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he still was. I mean he was good, and I think he plays for the Ravens or was
Yeah,
drafted by the
he's a
Ravens
Raven.
or something like that.
Yeah. But like they're gonna end up participating at their pro day anyways.
That's true. Yeah.
So like
I don't know, man. Like it's fun watching 40-yard dashes. You know?
yeah, especially when they're slow.
Yeah.
I love watching quarterbacks run the 40-yard dash because they're so
I
slow.
know. It's fun to watch 40-yard dash. It's fun to watch like when they. It's fun to watch like when quarterbacks like make really good throws against no coverage and like all that shit. And then you like get the videos like, oh my God, this guy's rising because he made this insane throw. It's like, dude, he won one, he has no pressure. Two, there's no one on the receiver at all. And
Yeah,
like it's like, come on, like what are we doing here?
yeah. The Zach Wilson pro day throw that
Yeah,
skyrocketed him up to second
that
overall.
changed his life forever. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be a football fan. I do really enjoy the off season. Sometimes I wonder if I enjoy it too much. Especially the free agency, the draft. Like
bro, I like that stuff though. Like
it's
new moves are
so there's so
exciting.
much drama. There's so much.
Yes. Like, dude, Chef, I don't know if you saw this. Schefter tweeted out like a million names for people that can like shop trades. Like teams just gave like the okay to like a bunch of dudes to like look
Mhm.
for trades if they want.
Yeah.
Like Stafford, Debo, Cooper Cup. I mean, those guys are kind of all really old at this point, but dude, Debo Samuel's like 400 pounds too. Like, what's wrong with him,
Debo just
bro? Oh
I
my
don't
God,
think okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Debo. Let me get this off my chest.
sure.
People calling him fat. Yes, true,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Okay.
like I
For
don't
an
think
NFL player. For
I
an
don't
NFL
think that
player,
we
of
need to
course.
pretend like he was like some like super speedster with the football. He was never super fast.
Bro, but he was not that thick. That dude looks like he's like a 80s running back, bro,
Well, he's on the Luka
with
Doncic diet, all right? He's
the
drinking a lot of
amount of
beer.
fuck meat that's
Oh,
on that dude. You're
speaking
like,
of, do we want to get our shit off about the Luka trade? Obviously, that happened a long time ago, but
yeah, I really want to say this really fast though about Devo. One last thing, unless you have one last thing to say as well. But let me say this one last thing really fast. I saw this really funny tweet last year, and it might have been one of my favorite NFL tweets I saw. It was about a drop I think that Devo had or something like that, and it was like someone quote tweeted it and was like, "Yeah, he wouldn't have dropped it if it was a Wendy's 4 for 4," and that made me die laughing.
God damn it,
But
poor
yeah,
Debo.
okay.
Okay, but anyways, yeah. Um,
Um, do you have anything left to say about Devo?
no,
Okay, so I'll just say this. I'll let you go first
okay.
about the Luka trade.
I think it's really funny that the Mavs keep talking about this trade. They're like, oh, we didn't want him because of his diet. We're worried that in 5 years he's not going to be very good. But if he gets you a championship in 5 years, you're not going to give a shit,
Dude.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like he gives you the best chance to win of all the players that are available right now.
Yep.
Uh
Yep.
like, but
Yeah.
also
Oh,
like,
hey, by the way, I don't know if they forgot. He's a top five player in the league, and he hard carried them to the finals
yeah,
last year.
like he was a traffic cone on defense before he got fat.
He's never played defense, bro. He's from Europe.
Yeah, if anything, being fat makes him better at defense because you can throw him in the post.
He clogs the lanes better.
Yeah. But like, dude, it's also not like his game is predicated off of like being super athletic. He can just be
No.
he can be a fatso and still get it.
Bro, and the crazy he like he can't get his shot blocked at all. Like yeah, all he does is he tweens between the legs and then he pulls up and like he never gets blocked and he scores. Who cares, man? He puts up
Yeah,
insane amount of points.
like
He's a good passer. He gets rebounds. He's a 6'7" in point guard basically.
yeah, like there's nothing about his game that screams like, oh, well, if he's not in the best shape, he's not going to be effective. Like,
Right. Like he's not
obviously,
like
yeah, you
Zion.
obviously you kind of want him to be in better shape than he might be. Uh, but at the same time, like it's the same thing. Like he plays his way into shape during the season. That's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of teams in the past that have had really good players that just accepted that's how they kind of get their way in there. Like Shaq would have to
Yeah.
play his way into shape. Ben Roethlisberger with the Steelers had to play his way into shape because, yeah, uh, talk about fat. Uh, Not to body shame any of these people,
Jeez,
obviously, but to body shame
brutal.
specifically to body shame Ben Roethlisberger.
No, but you're right.
Um, like I don't know, like does it really matter if he's fat if he's in the finals, right?
Seriously.
Like I don't understand like what part of trading for
Like,
Anthony.
hey, if you're gonna do a trade, maybe don't trade the guy that got you to the finals and maybe trade for some pieces that can get you back to the finals and maybe play in a competitive series this time. Maybe.
But also, if you're gonna trade him, why are you? And you're like, oh well, we're worried that he's not gonna be available for us in 5 years. Why are you trading him for the guy that isn't available now?
Yeah, ever. Isn't ever hasn't ever been available in his whole life ever.
Yeah,
Let's trade him for a guy that's made of glass. Like,
basically.
dude, oh my God. And like also everyone's saying, which like they're right, like why aren't you at like saying, hey guy, calling all every NBA team and being, hey, Luke's on the block. What do you got for me? You're gonna
Dude,
settle for Anthony Davis and Max Christie, bro?
you're telling me,
Like
right? Like
I
you can't get
I guarantee.
you could get
Go ahead.
Ja probably. You could get Chet and stuff.
You could get like multiple first round picks
Yeah. Like,
for
why
Luka
would your
Doncic.
first call not to be OKC, to be honest? Where they have all the picks, they have a lot of young players
Yeah,
that are good. Like it's not like
yeah.
OKC just has a lot of young players. They have a lot of good young players,
I mean, they're a
right?
good team. Like, yeah.
And so why would that not be your first call? Why would you not call the Magic? Why would you not call the Suns? Low
Yeah.
key, get D Book.
I don't know. Everyone's saying that it's a psyop by the NBA and that the NBA forced the Mavericks hand because apparently LeBron wants to start his own league. I don't know if you heard about this or not.
He wants to start his
LeBron,
own league.
he's like pissed at the NBA right now. I don't know about what, but he's mad at the NBA and he's like saying he's gonna start his own league. So then everyone is saying that the NBA did this on purpose and just was like, all right, well, if you're gonna leave, then we're gonna put Luke on the Lakers and like, sorry, buddy.
No way, no way
Good
this
luck. Good luck starting
there,
your own league,
there's
Bron.
no way this is true. There's no
Dude, I'm telling you, this is what I'm hearing. That's what I've heard. I've heard about this
You are
from other
suspiciously
like
susceptible to propaganda, Tyler.
I mean that might be true. But I'm almost it was like an NBA insider said it, I'm pretty sure.
Mm. NBA, you got
Ryan
sent told. You got sent out.
Ryan Russillo. Ryan Russillo. It was not NBA Centel, I'll tell you that right now.
Get sent told.
It's just it's what are they called? It's a conspiracy theory, and I like conspiracy
Your
theories.
conspiracy theory. I love your conspiracy theory.
Not mine. It's not mine. I didn't. You think I made that up in my
Do you
own
believe
brain?
it? Do you believe it?
I don't believe it per se, but I wouldn't. It's not the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Nah, nah, nah.
Like,
I
dude,
think that the Mavericks are just actually
dude,
like mentally incapable of being a
no,
good
bro.
franchise.
Nico, what's his name? Nico Harrison.
Nico
There's no
Harrison,
way he's that dumb. There's no
he
way. I don't
might
care
be.
how,
He
dude. I don't
might
care
be.
how mad you are. Luke, you could hate Luca. You could hate him. Apparently, they didn't like that he smoked hookah and he went out and partied and he's drunk and fat. And who cares, dude? Who
He's a
cares?
top five player in the league.
I don't care if he is. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything insane, but like, who cares, man? Seriously, grow up. When Mark Cuban on the team, he was like, dude, we can't get this dude off of the when we were on the offseason, we can't get him off the boat. All he does is play Fortnite on the boat. Did he trade him then? No, he didn't care because he knew he was insane.
Yeah, right. Like, look, like if you're gonna be a top five player in the league, I don't care how fat you are.
Seriously, be as fat as you want, man. As long as you stay the same, as long as you're producing and you're good still, who cares?
Yeah, no, they might just be stupid. I think part of it is so. Here's my conspiracy theory that I heard was
Okay,
that the owners of the Mavericks, the new owners, are casino people, and they want to move the team to Vegas.
shut up.
And so they traded Luca in order to make the fans mad, so that fan sentiment would be bad, so that they'd have an excuse to move to Vegas. That was my conspiracy theory that I heard. Is that
Um,
true? Probably not. Most
Also,
likely.
not the craziest thing I've ever heard, though.
I just, you know,
Okay, also here's the thing. The real story behind it that they're pushing out into the world is that Nico Harrison is like in love with Anthony Davis. Like he's like his favorite player in the world because like Nico Harrison and Palinka are like this close apparently. They're boys.
yeah.
Um one, no way. Like no way you're that infatuated by Anthony Davis first off. Second off, no way you're boys. You consider yourself to be boys with this person that you just let fleece you in front of the whole entire world and make you look like the biggest idiot in the world.
Rob
And
Pelinka is consistently like the most inept GM in the world, and he just like has things fall into his lap.
dude, it makes no sense. I will be honest though, I'm not upset. I mean, I am upset about it. You know why? Because I have to like the Lakers now. I'm a Luca guy. You know this. You know I love Luca. Guess who I despise with
Lakers.
every ounce of my body? LeBron James. And guess what? They're teammates now. And
Maybe you
guess
could hope
what?
that LeBron James
Yes,
sucks.
I did put money on the Lakers to win the championship after that trade happened. No, I don't care. Sorry.
Dude, like
Uh,
there's just
man.
the NBA is
And then what does Luca do when they play each other last night? Gets a triple double and the Lakers win.
yeah,
Like, hey man, up yours, buddy.
dude. Some teams are just so dumb. Right? Okay. Counter to that, possibly a worse trade, low key. Knicks trading for Mikal Bridges.
Why is that bad?
He has not nearly given them the return on investment of 5 first round
Okay,
picks.
how about this? How about they finesse the Wolves and gave him
That
Julius
is okay.
Randle.
Okay.
Julius Randle's a bum and a ball hog, and Cat's insane apparently.
Yeah, who would have thought that cat had that in him, to be honest? Not
Just
me.
dog.
Maybe there's just something in the water in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
who would have thought? Who would have thought Cat had that dog in him? Ha
I
ha
hate you.
ha. Right? Who would have thought? Like, that's so weird, you know?
Yeah. Uh,
Anyways,
obviously it's not as like insanely bad as the Luka trade, but like in terms of like what you gave up,
was that the trade? Five first rounders?
it was like 5 firsts. Um, Bojan Bogdanovic,
DiVincenzo was in that trade, yeah? Or
was
no?
he?
No, he was in the Cat trade, I
He
think.
was in the cat trade.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a
But
lot.
okay, but do you realize what you just said? Mikal Bridges got how many first round picks traded for him?
5. I think that's
And
the point I was trying to make is like
Luca
you
got
trade
traded for
5 for
what?
Mikal Bridges and then like injured reserve Anthony Davis and 1 first and who was the other guy that got sent?
I mean, Max Christie's a dog, Loki.
He's a bench dog,
Spartan
not a starter
legend.
dog.
Not
But
even
yeah,
a legend on it. Not even a Spartan legend, honestly.
he spent one
But
year there.
MSU alum.
Uh,
He's kind of a hooper though. He was kind of balling out. I don't know if
no,
you saw
yeah,
that or
he's
not.
good. He's an NBA player at this point.
Yeah.
It was questionable at the beginning of his career, but he's established
It's
himself as a
you
guy
want to know why it was questionable?
because he should have stayed another year.
No, because he played with LeBron. And also should have stayed another. Yeah.
That's the other thing is like I don't understand how this fit works with LeBron and Luca. They're both
Dude,
such ball dominant
this is
players.
the thing. LeBron is gonna have to grow up and just not want the ball because guess what? He's 40 years old and he shouldn't even have the ball most of the time, anyways. If Luca can throw him open or whatever, or just pass him the ball, they'll be fine. They probably won't lose a game, honestly, because like I saw these clips of like everyone's like glazing Luca. They're like, oh my God, Luca, you're so good because they're like LeBron's never had this type of passing ever in his life, which probably isn't true because he's played with. Let's be honest, LeBron's played with like a million great players. Like Jordan never had the teams that he did, for being honest. But
Yeah.
you know, anyways,
Yeah, the people are like, "Oh, like Luca's already his best teammate ever," and it's like, let's pump the brakes. He played with Dwayne Wade in Dwayne Wade's
yeah.
prime. Like, I think,
I don't know though.
okay, Right
Never mind.
now,
D Wade single-handedly won a championship.
I'm not saying that Luka isn't going to be a better player at some point.
But
I'm
right now,
saying right now,
yeah.
if I had to say, do I want prime Dwayne Wade or this
No, yeah, I got you.
Luka? I'm
Yeah.
probably taking prime Dwayne Wade at this point.
Yeah, I mean, '05 was it? I don't remember if they won in
I think it
'05
was
or
'06,
'06.
'05 or
'06.
'06, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was '06 actually. But dude, '06 Wade was different.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, I don't know. It's a weird product the NBA has. They need to fix their All-Star game format. Uh,
Yeah.
they just need to copy what the NHL did.
I mean, bro, I'm just gonna say the NHL just pooped on them. Just made
Like
them look
The
so
NHL
dumb.
All-Star setup now is actually sick.
So sick.
So that's what the NBA has to do.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think it would just be one game though. You can't do multiple games like the NHL did.
It would just have to be USA versus World,
Yeah,
which is fine. That's a good use.
I wonder like, does Joel Embiid play on Team World though? If he was on Team
He's
USA?
playing on whatever the best team is.
I just wonder like
You
because
know
some
what?
of
No,
these
what?
guys that are international like have started playing for
No, Thomas.
Team USA.
Joel Embiid playing?
True,
You mean what bench he's gonna sit on, saying he's hurt, his
true.
knees are chalked? I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. New angle. I can't name another foreigner, to be honest, that played for Team USA. Uh,
I mean, Kyrie, you could be considered because
he's Australian
he's
technically, isn't he?
Australian technically. I'm trying to think who else. Um,
Ben,
Cat can play for the Dominican Republic, I think.
yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Well, if you're gonna have a team world, you got Shea at point guard.
Yep.
You got Luca.
Yep.
Uh, Jokic at center.
Yep.
Giannis at power
Jokic,
forward.
Jamal Murray's might be in there.
Jamal Murray's Canadian, yeah.
Dylan Brooks, the fucking GOAT.
Kelly Olynyk.
Um, who?
Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly Olynyk. I'm trying to think who else is in the no, because
Wemby,
the
obviously.
world team is kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but then you like throw the US team and it's like a bunch of old heads like Steph, LeBron, KD. Like
Bruh,
it's just
no
a bunch
way
of old dudes.
someone I'm on Reddit right now. 1 year ago, Team World versus Team USA. Team World, they have Luca, SGA. Their small forward is Laurie Markkinen. And then Giannis and Jokic. I can't believe we forgot Giannis.
I said Giannis.
Oh, I don't
I will
know.
say I think Laurie was a all-star last year. That might be why.
Yeah, Laurie was actually kind of a demon last year.
I don't even know how he's doing this year. I just have not heard.
The Jazz are ass, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. The Team World has Wemby too.
I think you're just not listening to the words I say. That came out of my mouth as well.
I wasn't listening. I was trying to think. I was trying to think. So like I was like, you were saying shit, but I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think right now.
All right, I need to oh, Laurie's averaging 20. Almost
That's not
20.
bad.
19.3. Not bad, not bad.
Not horrible.
Not bad, not bad. Ooh, 34.7 point.
Okay, but wait, hold on. What were the All Stars? I need to look up the All Star teams for this year because I already forgot them.
They had this stupid setup where it was like the Rising Stars
Okay, yeah. Hey,
team.
what's the point of drafting if you're gonna already have pre pre-position teams, dude?
Yeah.
It
And
makes
then I
no
think
sense.
they also played like
Chuck's Global Stars. Let's see who's on Chuck's Global Stars. Why
first
is
guy that shows up as an American. That would be so
Why
fun.
is Donovan Mitchell on Chuck's Global Stars?
I have no clue.
Siakam, he's decent. Trey Young replaced Giannis, so that doesn't count. Oh, Alperen Sengun is actually a demon.
Okay, yeah, you got a big man in the middle, yeah. We've already got
Bro,
Jokic.
dude, the thing with the international team or Team World is like there's just way too many bigs. Like they only have like a couple guards.
Yeah.
Like, cause like think about it, like SGA and Luca are obviously all stars, really good. But like after that, it's like Jamal Murray, Dylan Brooks,
There
like
has to be another guard.
Patty Mills.
Um, is Patty Mills even playing anymore? I don't think he is.
Evan Fournier.
Obviously, also not playing anymore. Dennis Schroeder, German.
Oh yeah, Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, yeah, Dennis Schroeder. I'm trying to think of like international teams that I know with like Jose Alvarado.
NBA All-Star. See, that's the only issue I'd have with making it the World versus USA format is like there's just absolutely no way that guys that deserve to be All-Stars would not be on one of those teams.
Oh,
Right?
you're saying guys that aren't
Like,
all stars would be on the world team,
yeah, like on their bench. Like there's some
right?
guy on their bench that does not deserve to be there.
Oh, dude, how did we forget Andrew Wiggins? Duh.
Notable Canadian, Andrew Wiggins.
All
Probably because he hasn't done shit this year.
yeah, facts. Wasn't he an all star like last year, 2 years ago?
I think it was last year. But yeah, like I think that the thing that that does though is also fixes the issue of if a guy gets traded from the East to the West, um, and they're an all-star player, they don't have to like be like, okay, well, what happens to this team?
How about this? Let's do East versus West again, and let's make it so everyone gets to wear their own jersey, their regular own jersey, and let's give it an incentive to like actually try and like not just play no defense.
Winner, winner gets the first overall pick.
Can't do that, man.
Finals
I
MVP
mean,
winner's team gets the first overall pick.
low key, like the NBA draft is like kind of rigged anyways.
Yeah, I just, dude, they just had to do something different.
Yeah.
And
They
obviously they've
gotta
been doing something different every single year,
and
but
it
like
has not worked.
different,
It's been
different, a
ass,
different,
bro.
different.
And also, we need to get some notable names in the dunk contest, man. Like, I like Mac McClung just as much as the next guy, but like, damn, bro, we got nobodies out there dunking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been like that the past forever. It's just like,
And the worst part too is like, oh yeah, John Morant's like, I'm gonna be in it. Like, I need to be. And then Zach Levine's like, I'm gonna come out of retirement. And Aaron Gordon's like, I got a couple more dunks left. And it's like, none of these MFers are gonna be in the dunk
no,
contest next year.
they're
They're
not.
just blowing smoke
They're
up
just
our
not.
ass.
If I was the NBA, I'd say, well, you got to incentivize them to do it too. I feel like, be like,
Yeah.
hey, you get like this bonus for doing it.
Yeah. Also, really funny that Wemby and Chris Paul just made an absolute fool of like the rules for the skills
Didn't technically
challenge.
break the rules, but they still got disqualified.
Yeah,
That's
which
lame.
makes no sense.
That's
Avid
so
Chris
lame.
Paul lover Thomas over here.
Hey, you know what? Make it a rule, then you can disqualify him. If it's not a rule, why are you disqualifying him?
Hey, Chris Paul effect is real though. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, every single time. Every single time he goes to
Kind
another
of
team,
insane.
they're
Kind of
better.
like maybe one of the most underrated players of all time, honestly.
Yeah, him just not being a champion really has hurt his legacy.
It's just yeah, he's turned him into a joke and a meme, and
And him kind of being just an asshole has also
and
helped.
him hitting a huge three to cut the lead to 42 really sucks.
And the fact that Kanye
That's
found Kim.
like my favorite, dude. That's like one of my favorite memes ever, bro. Chris Paul hits a big three to cut the lead to 42.
I love the do you remember when one of the times Kanye was like going off on his weird stuff a few
Oh
years
yeah, when he
ago?
said that Chris
He's like,
Paul
he's like I
was
found Kim
banging.
K with this guy. It's just a picture of Chris Paul.
So funny.
Like, what do you
So
do? What are we talking about,
I
Chad?
know. I know. Yeah, Kanye, bad guy.
Yeah, no, we don't condone Kanye West here.
Yeah, insane. Absolutely insane move to just make Nazi merch, by the way.
Insane move to say, after further consideration, I'm not a Nazi, and then less than 24 hours later, immediately go back to being a Nazi.
Insane. Insane. Like that dude's brain is just chalked. There's no
There's
way.
no way there's no way that like he's not like he needs meds. High key.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Did you see the conspiracy theory that I don't know who his wife was?
Oh, Bianca Sensori.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
she was
there
like a government plant.
yeah, that one where she's like she's there to keep him in check and
Yeah.
like the dress thing was just like the last straw for her and she's like no.
Well, the real conspiracy theory from forever ago is that Kanye got MK Ultra'd. and that's why he's all whack.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Maybe. I, dude is so weird,
I
man.
mean, just knowing the type of guy he is, imagine like if he was in the right headspace and like he found out a bunch of messed up shit, he'd be the first one to just like spew it everywhere.
Yeah.
So just like, why wouldn't the government go in there and just like destroy his brain and make him say a bunch of crazy shit and turn him into a Nazi? Just saying. It's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. I mean, the dude shit that dude says is like not I don't think a normal human being could come up with that stuff.
Yeah. No, that's
So,
yeah. God, Kanye, what did you do, man?
yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey, he made graduation though.
I don't know how many he made graduations I got left in me.
Uh, it's just it's just like it's a scapegoat at this point.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
Uh,
that wraps us up, Tyler.
that was good. Yeah, that was good.
Uh,
Thanks everyone for listening
yes. Be sure to
to the
like,
absolute BS podcast. We just BS the fuck out of that thing.
subscribe, perhaps, if you're not
Hey,
subscribed. Like,
should have said that in the beginning, but we'll say it
imagine,
now.
imagine what it could do for our wallets if if you could subscribe. We could quit our jobs if you subscribe.
Yeah,
If we get
yeah.
to
We could quit our
100
jobs
subscribers, I'll quit my job.
from we could quit our jobs from pumping out one podcast a month, man, for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. If we get to 1 million subscribers, I will quit my job.
Sure.
Actually, if we get to literally like
You
the,
could quit your job before that. I was gonna
you can quit
say
your job at like 10,000, I think.
no,
Yes.
no,
No, okay. You could switch to a part-time job at 10,000, I think.
potentially.
100K, I think you can quit your job.
Yeah, but also like, this is a combination thing. So like we're splitting the channel, right? So you have to
Oh
put that
shit.
put that into account.
Yeah, but whose
Unless you
email is this channel
unless
under?
you pull the rug on me like that,
Whose
yeah. 'Cause
email is this
right, yeah.
channel
I mean,
under?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know.
Gosh, in like 6 months. Hey guys, it's me. Tyler left the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about like he hates you all, never liked you, and nothing he says you should believe
And then
afterward.
yeah. Oh, wow. Slanderous statements right there. It's insane. Bunch of
Okay, yeah.
propaganda.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Obviously you probably watch this on YouTube, I think. I think that's where we get most of our views.
Yeah, for like all of you like 500 people watching this on YouTube. Yeah, we're into the place.
500 people. I mean like three,
Yeah.
32. I think a more average look is like 32 people.
Kyle, if you're still here, drop that guy on the right really knows Vol. I've been missing those comments, man.
Yeah. No
Guy
one
on the
knows
left does,
me like
but
that, so I don't know what to say.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, everybody.